Hello friends, welcome to my channel Math Realization. So on this episode we are here to discuss about LCM. So let's start our class. So here the definition of LCM is lowest common multiple. All of you know that. And we are going to discuss about the methods to find LCM. That is, the methods are factorization method and division method. But before moving on how to find the LCM, we have to know about the LCM. Okay, so most of you know how to find the LCM, but you did not know what does it exactly mean, LCM. Okay, so I will describe it with an example. For example, you have to find the LCM of 3 and 7. Okay, so as per definition, it is lowest common multiple. So you have to write the multiples of 3 and 7. So multiples of 3 are 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 3 times 8 is 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, so on, up to infinite. Okay, similarly multiples of 7 are 7 and 14, 28, 42, 6, and so on up to infinite. Okay, we can write the multiples of 3 and 7 up to infinite. They never end, and so on. Okay, dot means so on. So common multiple, you have to find the common multiple, like lowest common multiple. So first we will find the common multiple. Okay, so what are the common multiples here? Yes, 21. See, 21 is common here. Another 42. So there are millions, trillions, billions of common multiple, but we are trying to find the lowest common multiple. So lowest is which one? 21 is the lowest common multiple of both 3 and 7. Therefore their LCM is lowest common multiple is 21. So more than 21, there are many common multiples like 42, and there are other multiples also, common multiples also, but we are going to see only the lowest common multiple. So their lowest common multiple is 21, so their LCM is 21. So let's see another example of 12 and 16. Okay, so you have to find the LCM of 12 and 16. In this case, multiples of 12 are 12. 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, so on up to infinite. You can write it. And similarly the multiples of 16 are 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, and so on up to infinite. Okay, so let's see the common multiples first. Common multiples, then we will find the lowest common. So the common multiples are like here 48, another one is 96. So there are many more common multiples, but we are going to see only the lowest common multiple. So which is the lowest common is 48. So LCM of 12 and 16 is how much? 48. Yeah. So I hope you understand the meaning of LCM, lowest common multiple here. Now we will move on the two methods to find the LCM. Okay. So in the first method, factorization method. Factorization method. In this method, we are going to find the LCM of 2 or 3 numbers, like by doing factorization. So for example, you have to find the LCM of 12 and 15. So what we will do, we will just find the prime factors. So find the prime factors of 12. Yeah, as we have already discussed in prime factorization in my previous videos, how to find the prime factorization. So it is divisible by 2 times 6, and again it is divisible by 2. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 6 is 12, like 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, and similarly do the prime factor of 15. It is divisible by 3, so 3 times 5, 5 times 1. Okay, then the factors of 12 are 2 times 2 times 3, prime factors. Okay, and factors of 15 are 3 times 5. So we are going to find the LCM of 12 and 15. So as we have seen in my previous video how to find the HCF, so HCF is a little bit different from LCM. So in LCM, first we will write the common factors. Okay, in both of 12 and 15, 3 is the common factor, so we will write 3, and then we will write the remaining factors. Like, what are the remaining in 12? 2 and 2, so we will write here 2 times 2. And what is the remaining in 15? Remaining is 5. So in LCM, it means common and the remaining ones. You have to write the common first and then write the remaining in both of the numbers. Okay, so that is your LCM. And when we multiply it, 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 2 is 6, it becomes 60 is your LCM. Okay, so let's see another question, another example of factorization method. Let's say 6 and 21. You have to find the LCM of 6 and 21. Then what you can do, you have to find the factors of 6 is 2 times 3, 3 times 1 is 6, so 3 times 1 is 3. And the factors of 21, how you can find? So it is divisible by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 7 is a prime number, so its prime is same number. And you can write the factors of 6 are 2 times 3, and factors of 21 are 3 times 7, isn't it? So what is the LCM? LCM of 6 and 21. LCM of 6 and 21 is, first you have to write the common factors. Write 3 is common in both of them, so write 3, and the remaining here is 2, and the remaining here is 7. So LCM, in the case of LCM, we will generally first write the common and then we will write the remaining ones. Okay, so it is 42. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 7 is 42, so that is your LCM. And let's see another example of 3 terms. Okay, we will discuss of the 3 terms also. Like, you have to find the LCM of 6, 12 and 20. So we are just doing it by factorization method. So in this case, so you have to find the factors of 6. Factors of 6, you can 2 times 3, 3 times 1 is 6, sorry, 3 times 1 is 3. And for 12, 2 6, 2 times 3, 3 times 1. and for 20. Okay, if you are confused in prime factorization, you can see my previous videos on prime factorization. Okay, don't be confused how to find the prime factorization. We have elaborately discussed on my previous video, so you can see it or watch it. So let's do for 20. So 2 times 10, 2 times 5, it is prime number, so 5 times 1. So therefore factors of 6 are 2 times 3, factors of 12 are 2 times 2 times 3, and factors of 20 are 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Okay, so now we are going to find the LCM of 6, 12 and 20. So what will be the LCM? Any guess? So first we will see their common. So 2, 2 and 2 is common in all the terms or all the numbers. In 6, 12 and 20, 2 is common in all of them. So we will write the common. And now we will write the, if there is any common in only 2 terms, like 3 is common in 6 and 12 only, we will write it also. If there is any common in only of 2 terms, not all in the 3 terms. In the case of HCF, only if you write the HCF here by factorization method, only 2 is the HCF, because in HCF we will see that it must be common in all the 3 terms. But here, if only in 2 terms, in 6 and 12 3 is common, we have to write it as common. And here we have to write this 2 as common also, because it is in only 12 and 20. So we will write this 2 also. And what's the remaining? In 6 nothing remains, in 12 nothing remains, and in 20 5 is the remaining. So times 5, remaining is 5. Then your answer will be 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 2 is 6, so it becomes 60. Okay, so in the don't be confused. In the case of 3 numbers, first check if there is common in all 3 terms, then it will be common. 2 is common, taken as common. Now there is nothing common in all the 3 terms, so we will check if there is anything common in the 2 terms. Okay, so 3 is common here and 2 is common here, and you have to again write the remaining ones. So in that way you can find the LCM of 3 terms. Now this is the factorization method that we have discussed. Now we will move on another method, that is division method. Second method, division method. Okay, in this method, for example, we will discuss with the example. Okay, let's see for 12 and 15 only. For example, take 12 and 15 to find the LCM of 12 and 15 by division method. So what we will do, we will just write like this, and we have to divide them by prime factors, so prime numbers, and you have to choose a number so that, like 12 is divisible by 2 but it is not divisible by 2, so we can take a number that divides both of the numbers. Okay, so both of 12 and 15 are divisible by 3, so we can take 3 here. So 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15. But now 4 is not 4 and 5 are not divisible by a same number. So in that case what you will do, so let's divide 4 only first. So it is divisible by 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and we can write the 5 as it is. Okay, understood? If they are not divisible by same number, then we will divide them by a number. First we can divide any number, like you can divide 5 here, you can write you can divide 5 here also, but I am dividing 4. So 2 times 2 is 4, again 2, I am dividing 2, 2 times 1, and 5 is as it is. And now divide 5, 1 is as it is, and because 1 is not divisible by 5, and 1 here, 5 times 1 is 5. So you have to divide up to that time when the last line becomes 1. Okay, so therefore your LCM is how much? You have to multiply all these. 3 times 2 times 2 times 5. So your LCM becomes how much? Yeah, 3 to the 6, 5 to the 10. 6 times 10 is 60. Okay, and similarly let's take another example of 20. You have to find the LCM of 20 and 70. So in this case what you will do? Similarly you have to divide both of them by the same number. So you are allowed to take only the prime numbers. So we will divide both are divisible by 2, both are divisible by 5. Any number you can take. So you can divide here by 5 also, it does not matter. So I will divide them by 2. Okay, so 2 times 10 is 20, 2 3 is 6, and 1 remains here, it becomes 10, 2 5 is 10. Okay, 35. Now it is divisible by 2, but it is not divisible by 2. So we can take a number that divides both of them, that is 5. 5 divides 10 and 35 exactly. So 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 7 is 35. Now these are the prime numbers. So in this case they are not divisible by the same number. I will take 2 first, 1, and it is not divisible by 2, so it remains as it is. Then again 1, say 1 is not divisible by 7, it remains as it is, and 7 times 1 is 7. Okay, you have to divide up to that time when the last line becomes 1. Therefore LCM of 20 and 7 is 2 times 5 times 2 times 7. Then it becomes how much? 5 times 2 is 10, 7 times 2 is 14, it becomes 140. Isn't that it? Okay, so let's take another example of 3 terms. Like we have taken here of 2 terms like 12 and 50, 2 numbers of by division method. Now what we will do? We will take 3 numbers. So let's see for 3 numbers how we can use the division method. Let's take an example of 8, 16 and 28. Okay, so let's divide it, or let's find their prime factors. Like we have to divide all the 3 numbers by the same number. So all of them are divisible by 2, we will divide them by 2. So 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, and 2 times 14. Is that it? So now again all of them 4, 8 and 16 are divided by 2, because there this last number is even, as we have discussed in prime factorization. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 7 is 14. Now here these 2 numbers are divisible by 2, but this is not. So we will take that number which can divide 2 or more, all of them. So 2 can divide these 2 numbers, so we will take 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times, yeah, it is not exactly divisible, so we will write as it is. Okay, again here I am dividing 2, so 1 remains as it is because 1 is not divisible by 2. 2 exactly divisible, here the meaning of divisible is exactly divisible. Okay, don't be confused. We can divide it in decimal, but we are not trying to write here in the decimal form. So 1 is not divisible, exactly divisible, so it is as it is. So 2 times 1 is 2, and 7 remains as it is. And now we can divide 7. 1 times 1 and 7 times 1 is 7. So therefore their LCM is LCM of 8, 16 and 28 is how much? You have to multiply all these. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 7 how much? See here, 16 times 7 multiply 42, 11. Okay, so it becomes 112. Yeah, in this way you can find the LCM. So this was for today. In this episode we have discussed about LCM and their two methods. So I hope you like this video, and if you have not subscribed up to now, subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.